Hi, today I am joined by Jason Plummer, Vice President of RP Lumber. Jason is also a state senator in Illinois. Jason, thank you for being here today.
Ashley, thank you for having me. Appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
Jason, why are local independent stores so important to the overall economy and communities they serve?
Well, I think your local independent retailers are important for a variety of reasons. One, and the obvious one, I think, is that they employ a tremendous amount of people. Small businesses throughout the country generate the vast majority of jobs, and that's always important. And so, they're important in the fact that they're job creators. Secondly, I think local retailers, the closer you are to a community, the more you know the needs of that community, the products and services that they need. And so they're in touch with the needs and the wants of their consumers and their customers. And then thirdly, I think, and I maybe I'm speaking for us, but I think I'm speaking for the vast majority of family businesses and local businesses, is that we give back to our communities. It's not just a transaction to us. We're involved in things like local churches, local schools, Little League. A tremendous amount of our team members are volunteers and active in their community in a variety of ways. And that's a culture that we really drive. And I think that is something that you'll find in a lot of local businesses, and maybe the large regional folks or the national folks who are great businesses just may not have that community touch that I think is important in our towns and villages.
Given all the recent acquisitions, for example, Higginbotham sold 38 locations recently, what is the future of independent lumber yards in your opinion?
Well, I think the future is bright. I think that a lot of industries out there are seeing consolidation. Whether that's banks, car dealerships, lumber yards, hardware stores. You see a lot of consolidation. I think that consolidation maybe happens for different reasons in different industries. Sometimes I have not been in our business as long as a lot of people have been in lumber and hardware, but I think that there's a cyclical nature to the consolidation play. And we're seeing one right now that's driven by, I think, a lot of capital sitting on the shelves. People need to put it to use. So you see more of a private equity flavor to the consolidation in our industry right now. And I think that that's a cyclical thing. I think it'll change. But I can tell you that just for reasons we touched on, as far as family-owned businesses and local businesses have some real benefits and have some real advantages compared to a lot of the larger institutionally owned companies out there. And anybody can be successful and anybody can thrive as long as you take care of your customers, and as long as you take advantage of your competitive advantages. And so I think independent dealers have a bright future. There's a lot of great vendors out there that work well with independent dealers. There's a lot of great partners out there that work with independent dealers. And frankly, I think a lot of customers like working with the independent dealers. So the future is bright, but it takes hard work and it takes good people.
What has been the biggest challenge for your store since COVID?
Well, first and foremost, and this is not a COVID thing. I mean, we preach safety all the time. We're big on safety for our team members, but also for our customers. Safety is always a top of mind. Every team meeting we do, we talk about safety. COVID brought a new flavor to that conversation that we haven't seen before. And so, obviously we had to implement a lot of protocols to try to make sure that our facilities were safe for our team members and safe for our customers. But outside of that obvious factor, I think we're facing what a lot of people in the industry and a lot of people in business are facing right now when it comes to labor. It is, especially sitting here right now, May of 2021, it is difficult to fill all the open positions in our company. We think that we offer really competitive wages, and we think we offer above average benefits, for our industry. We're proud of what we're able to do for our team members. and the longevity and the lack of turnover in our company, I think speaks to that. But right now, it is hard to fill all the positions, and I think our economy is feeling the impact of those labor issues, and hopefully that can get resolved, because we want people working, but that also helps the consumer.
How can suppliers and vendors in this industry provide better support for local retailers?
Well, you know, RP Lumber is a neat story. It's kind of one of those only in America type of stories, in my opinion. I'm probably a little biased, but I really believe that. And, you know, the company started in 1977 with, you know, one store. My parents, you know, bet everything they had on that one store. They were high school teachers going into business, and very humble beginnings, and we're pretty fortunate, and we don't forget where we came from. That culture is instilled in us, and part of that culture is we wouldn't have grown to the number of facilities and the number of team members that we have today without great vendor partners, and that is something that we can never forget. And I think key to business is that that vendor relationship matters, and we're proud of a lot of the companies that we work with. They step up in a lot of ways in terms of, you know, getting us product, getting us competitive prices, so the local community and family-owned businesses can compete with the big guys. You know, stepping up, helping things with training for our team members, training for our customers. We rely on our vendors in a big way, and fortunately for us, they tend to always deliver. And I think as long as the lines of communication are open between the retailer and the vendor, and as long as we recognize that you know, we have the same goals here, and you know, if we succeed, they succeed, and vice versa. And you know, we're very fortunate where we are right now. But we wouldn't be where we were without great vendor partners, and those are relationships that we you know, intend to maintain, and we put a tremendous amount of value on them.
Jason, thank you so much for sharing your story. We love the American dream story here. It's true, only in America could we see that. Thank you for your insights and the advice you have for suppliers. We truly appreciate it.
No, thank you for your time, and you know, to all the folks that may see this that do partner with us, that are vendor partners of ours, a sincere thank you from everyone at RP Lumber for what you do, not just for us, but for our industry. You know, in order for our economy to grow, everyone's got to be in it together, and those relationships matter.
Absolutely. Thank you.